morning. How are you? And how was Diwali? Happy Diwali, sir. So we have some audience, 4 5 people. That is enough to start. Great. So today we are going to talk about Shravana Nakshatra, right? So Shravana is the 22nd nakshatra in all the nakshatras scheme. So we are coming closer to the end of the series. So Shravana is starts at 10 degree of Capricorn till 23 20 degree of Capricorn. So whole of the Shravana nakshatra is falling under this Capricorn sign. It starts at 10 degree, it ends at 23 20 degree. Okay. A small portion of Shravana is also in Abhijit Nakshatra, which we discussed in the last session. Okay. Then Shravana literal meaning. First of all, literal meaning of Shravana is listening. Shravan, listening. Listening means hearing anything. Okay. It can also be termed as being receptive. Okay. Another meaning of Shravana is the one who limps. Okay, one who has limp in his leg. Uh, this is an interesting interpretation of Shravana Nakshatra, and we will come to know when we deal with this nakshatra in detail, that why it is given this significance of one who limps. Okay. Its representation is again the ear. Okay. The ear, which helps us in listening, and that is the pictorial representation of this nakshatra. Another representation is the trident, or the three uneven steps. Three uneven footsteps are the representation of this nakshatra. Again, three uneven footstep means someone who has trouble in walking. It is again about limping. Okay. So that we will know from the mythological story why this nakshatra is given the significance of limping. I have three planets in Shravana nakshatra, and when I was in my school days, I had met with an accident. Because of that, I had limp in my leg in those days. Okay, for quite some time, for 2 or 3 years, I had limp in my leg. So this nakshatra and this significance is very prominent of limping in leg. So when I first time read this somewhere in a book, that Shravana nakshatra is related with limping in leg, I could relate it because I have three planets in Shravana and I had this limping problem in my life. So that is one which is very direct. Its deity is Lord Vishnu. Saraswati is another deity associated with goddess Saraswati is another deity associated with this nakshatra. Its lord is moon. Shravana nakshatra lord is moon, and the sign lord is Saturn, as we know that Shravana is falling into Capricorn. So Capricorn lord is Saturn. Okay, now the story is important one. The story relates to demon king Bali. Actually, the most of the its significances are from this story only. Okay, so this story is very important to understand Shravana Nakshatra in total. So the demon king Bali had taken over the control of all three worlds. Okay, earth, heaven, and the nether world, Akash, Patal, and Dharti. All three were controlled by demon king Bali. Uh, all the gods goddesses came to Vishnu for help. The Vishnu assured that okay, I will help you, and Vishnu took the Vaman incarnation, the little Brahman boy, okay, and approached Bali for some charity purposes. Like Bali has just completed his worship, and at that time Lord Vishnu in his Vaman avatar appeared before him, and King Bali was supposed to give something in charity. Okay, so King Bali asked, "What do you want in charity?" So Vaman Avatar said that I want you to donate me the land which I can cover in my 3 steps. In my 3 strides, which whatever land I cover, okay, that much land you need to give me. That much land I want from you. So King Bali said, okay, fine. It is a small boy. How far he can go? How much land he will be able to cover in 3 steps? He promised, okay, I will give you whatever you cover in your 3 steps, 3 strides. The once Bali made this promise, Vishnu took his original Vishwarup, and in first step itself, now understand, from here we get the significance of limping. From the first step itself, Vishnu covered the Lord Vishnu covered the whole of the earth and nether world. Whole of the Dharti and Patal was covered in 1 step. Okay. Second step, he covered the heaven, the Akash, and the third step, there was no land to put or place no place left to to place his third step. So Vishnu asked, where should I put my third step? So by that time Bali realized that okay, fine, it is Lord Vishnu, and this is my end now. So King Bali gave the offered his head. Okay, you can put your leg in my on my head. Okay, so the final step was on the head of the King Bali, and King Bali went into the Patal Lok, the lowest of the world. Okay, so this is where the limping is connected with this nakshatra, is that these are the 3 uneven foots. Okay, 3 uneven steps. In first step he covered the whole earth and the Patal. In the second step he covered the heaven, Akash, and the third step fell on the head of the King Bali. So here we get the significance of the limping person, or one who has uneven steps. Okay, one who walks with uneven steps. Okay, then this is where the significance of the story related with the limping is there. Okay, now one more important thing is that Bali's guru, okay, demon Bali's guru was, okay, so demon Bali guru was Shukracharya. So when this demon Bali offered, okay, when demon Bali said that okay, I will give you that much of land which you can cover in 3 strides, Shukracharya actually tried to stop him. Shukracharya advised that you should not do it, because Shukracharya could see that it is Lord Vishnu. Okay, it is not a Brahmin boy, it is a Lord Vishnu, and King Bali will lose everything. So as now Shukracharya is nothing but Venus. Okay, so as Venus advice was not listened, okay, Venus doesn't feel very good in Shravana Nakshatra. Okay, because although Shravana is in Capricorn sign, which is friendly to Venus, but Venus advice was not listened by King Bali, so that's why Venus doesn't feel too good in this nakshatra Shravana. So this is the main story. If we understand this story, we can understand all the significances of this nakshatra. So the story is important here. Okay. So now, first of all, if we take this story in the consideration, and if we take other significances of this nakshatra in consideration, we can relate these things to Shravana nakshatra, which are, first of all, listening. Okay, Shravana itself represents listening. It is represented by the ear, so it is related with listening. Listening is the first step towards counseling someone. If someone comes to me, or if I go to someone for counseling, first that person should listen to me. First that person should listen to my problem, then only he can counsel me, right? So as it is related with listening, it is also related with counseling. It is also related with teaching teaching anyone, because even in teaching there will be questions. There will be you have the teacher has to listen to the questions. So listening is very important. That's why teaching, counseling, guiding, all these things are very important. Now it can be related with someone is in communication related jobs, someone who is working with telecommunication companies, that is also Shravana. And someone who is guide or preacher to others, that is also Shravana. Okay, so it depends upon the magnitude. Okay, someone can be in work related with telecom companies, or someone is just a teacher somewhere in a school or colleges, or someone is like a guru who is a counselor, who is a guide. Okay, so that is the difference in the magnitude of Shravana. Then this nakshatra's prominence means if someone has, okay, sorry, I'm getting too many calls today. Okay, so I was saying that if this nakshatra is prominent in someone's chart, okay, if someone has like ascendant nakshatra as a Shravana, or sun moon nakshatra or Shravana, or like I have 3 planets in Shravana, so that is a very prominent Shravana in my chart. So they need to listen to the people, they need to be receptive. The lesson for them is they need to be receptive to others views. They need to learn how to listen to other people. Okay, that is the main lesson behind this nakshatra. Also it is also about, not only if we look at the same thing in spiritual matters, it is not only about listening to other people's voice, but it is also about listening to your own intuitive voice. Okay, that is also one of the significance of this nakshatra, means listening to your own spiritual voice. Okay, as I said that they are commonly seen as teachers, counselors and guides in their life, and they counsel people after listening to their problems. They can be in communication related field, they can be very good orators also, they can be very good speakers, because speaking is also part of communication only. Okay, then these people can be it is ruled by moon. Okay, understand, it is ruled by moon, Shravana. So moon's qualities will be there, moon's qualities of nourishing people or being emotional, all these qualities will be there. They can be too generous also. Okay, all the moon qualities can be seen with this nakshatra. Now the main thing is through story. Okay, So first significance from the story we can take is that these people can be very good at disguising themselves. They can be very deceptive. Okay, they can have like two different sides of them. Okay, we all have many different sides, but they can play their not so genuine side very easily. They can deceive people. They can be seen as fake gurus also. Okay, so because that's what Vishnu did. Vishnu took the Vaman incarnation and then he changed himself. So that shows that person is able to deceive others. Person is able to act. This can be a prominent nakshatra for acting also, for mimicry kind of work. So that is also seen. So this is the main trait of this Shravana nakshatra people, is that they can be very good at deceiving others. Okay, they can be very good at acting. Okay, so this is the thing. Then understand, all these nakshatras are given these castes. Okay, there are four nakshatra which are not given any caste. These are Bharani, Ashlesha, I think. Yeah, Bharani, Ashlesha, this Vishakha and Shravana. These four nakshatras are outcast. Okay, this means that they don't get along with the people of their own group. Okay, so suppose like I am a Hindu caste, so I may not get along very well with the Hindu caste community. I may feel that I am kind of outcast. Okay, they may not treat me as one of their own. So this happens with these four nakshatra. Bharani, Ashlesha, Vishakha and Shravana. If these nakshatras prominent in someone's chart, they can be outcast from their community. They don't feel like belonging to that. They find themselves as a misfit, and basically they feel that I am a misfit in my society. Okay, so that is another trait of this nakshatra. Another thing is as land is a important part of this story, the land. Okay, so this nakshatra is very closely connected with real estate matters. Okay, if this nakshatra is prominent, then real estate matters can be easy for the person. They can get very good real estate properties and all. Okay, so then okay, uh, it also shows that they can be ambitious. Not to forget that this nakshatra is falling into this Capricorn sign, which is the sign of ambitions and your recognition, fame. So as it is coming into the sign of ambition, and the whole story is about disguising yourself, deceiving others to get what you want. That's what Lord Vishnu did. He deceived King Bali to get what he wanted. So these people can be also be very ambitious, and they can do anything what to serve their purpose. Okay, they can be like this. Okay, with me also, like I have seen that with people, whenever I am interacting with someone, I have these two sides, and sometimes people are unable to accept the second the other side as my first side. Okay, so even I have these traits in my life or my chart, is that I can be totally like moon like personality, and I can be totally Mars like personality. So both the things are there. So that's what we were saying that they can be deceiving also. May not be consciously but unconsciously, but deception can be there. Then, as I said, that Vishnu doesn't feel very good in this nakshatra. Okay, as Vishnu, sorry, Venus doesn't feel too good in this nakshatra because Venus advice was overlooked by King Bali. Another thing which we can relate with this nakshatra is that they are true to their word. Okay, whatever they promise, they perform that promise. Okay, so because what happened, that Bali promised, King Bali promised Lord this Vama avatar, that I will give you that much land. Now he could have refused easily after seeing the Vishwaroop and Lord Vishnu's original avatar. He could have refused, but he remained true to his words. Okay, so this is also one of the important traits of this nakshatra, that these people are very true to their words. Whatever they promise, they perform it. Okay. Then one more trait about this listening thing is that if this nakshatra is prominent in someone's chart, that person can learn more by listening rather than reading. Okay, if you give him a book or if you give him a video or audio file, he may be able to learn better through that video or audio file rather than reading the book. So they can be very good with learning by listening rather than learning by reading or watching. Okay, so that is important with this nakshatra. So overall, it is mainly about communications, but they are this nakshatra is mainly about communications and guiding, counseling people. But there are other important traits like deception, real estate matters, being truthful, of this outcast. Okay, and like what we can say is maybe this nakshatra may not be very good for relationship matters because Venus is not feeling good here. Okay, so these are the main themes of this nakshatra. It is one of the nakshatra which I like. Obviously I have 3 planets there, so I have to like, I have no other choice. Okay, happy Diwali, namaste. Happy Diwali, happy Diwali. Okay, let me know if anyone has any question. No question? That's great. Okay. Anyways, this is nice nakshatra. I like it. Mercury in Shravana in Capricorn in 11th house. Mercury is communication. It is also about collection of information. So when Mercury is in Shravana nakshatra, it is like that significance of learning through listening is important here. So they learn through listening to others, and they collect information by listening to others. That is communication. That is the significance of Mercury in Shravana nakshatra. Mercury and Venus in Shravana for Scorpio ascendant third house. Again, it is the same thing. For with Venus, relationship may be troublesome, but this person can be creative. He can be good at his communications. Mercury, Venus, both are there. Okay, communication skills can be very good, but again this person will learn by listening, and this he can be in business because it is in third house. He can be in business related with communications, or Mercury Venus together he can follow his creative skills. Whenever Mercury Venus are together in any house, any sign, any nakshatra, these people can be very creative. These people can be very can have lots of creative skills, or they can be very good with financial matters. Okay, so this person can be in business setup in either of these fields or in both the fields. But in relationship matter it can be troublesome. Mercury Venus, especially Venus in Shravana nakshatra. Mercury, again it is good for collection of information, gaining more and more information by listening. Uh, Yo, no question. Actually, we can just relate the planet with the nakshatra, whichever planet is falling. The simplest thing is take the characteristics of the planet and put into the characteristic of Shravana and this Capricorn. Like if someone has sun in Shravana Capricorn, then his career authority and recognition can come through the any of these activities which we discussed with Shravana. If someone has moon in Shravana, it is again his mind may find his its peace. He can have peaceful mind when he deals with any of the activities we discussed in Shravana. Mars in Shravana can be very good for real estate matters because it is exalted, and the person's efforts and actions are going in any of the activities related with Shravana. Mercury, as we discussed, it is all about collection of information. Shravana is the nakshatra, so these people can collect information through listening. Plus, these people can be very good at communicating themselves. Okay, they can be very good in communications. Then, as we discussed, Venus in Shravana may not be very good because Venus doesn't feel too good in this nakshatra. And then Jupiter in Shravana, it is debilitated. Okay, understand one thing, that Jupiter is debilitated in Capricorn. So in personal life, in relationship life, it may be troublesome, but in other matters of guiding, counseling, and being teacher, it can be very good for that type of work. But they may not be like a benevolent teacher. They may be like of all rules and regulations. Okay, they may not be like the perfect guru we seek. They may be like a very harsh or strict disciplinary guru, which we get sometimes. So that is the thing. Then Saturn in Shravana means all these qualities of Shravana Nakshatra will be developed after lots of delays, hard work, and perseverance. He may have to work really hard for his communication. He may have to work really hard for any for his speaking or his counseling communication abilities. He may have to work really hard for his real estate matters or other things related with Saturn. Rahu in Shravana can make a person very ambitious because it is in Capricorn sign. So these people can be very ambitious about getting authority, recognition, and fame. But as it is Saturn sign, then these people will get it with delay, hard work, and perseverance. Also, like Rahu in Shravana can make them highly emotional at times because Shravana's character of moon, nature of moon and Rahu is combining together. So at times they can be highly emotional, either this way or that way, in emotional extreme, either too happy or too sad. Then Ketu in Shravana can be like they may have this past life expertise of being very good with their communication. With this life, they have to realize when they get into the same circumstances again, then they realize that okay, communication is one of their past life expertise. Rahu in Shravana person needs to develop his communication. Okay, he will develop it in this life. That is his job in this life to develop his own communication skills. But with Ketu in Shravana, it is like his past life expertise, just that he has forgotten it. Okay, so this is all the planets in Shravana Nakshatra in very short way. Okay, so I think we are done. If anyone has any further question, they can always comment and I will be more than happy to respond. Okay, take care, all the best, have a nice Sunday, bye, enjoy the rest of Diwali.